Hello guys, today we're talking about unions. Union or union, period. Let's go. Alright, hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the union and the union or. The union is basically somewhat similar to the joins, just combining two tables together, but there's actually a difference between them. The difference is that the join combines two tables together, not really putting them in one output, but just side by side. So you combine the demographics table and the salary table. Of course, you're going to have the demographics information, the columns all on the left side, and then after that, that's when you start having the salary table column or information, basically. But a union basically combines two tables together and bring them out as one output, provided that the two tables have the same number of columns and the same data types. And basically, if they are not having a match, it's not going to give us anything. Maybe what I'm saying may not have made much sense, but let's just try to do it and see what I'm talking about. So this is a join, a full outer join between the warehouse demographics and the employee demographics. So as you can see, the demographics is the first one, which is the left one, having name, age, gender. But what a join does is to put them side by side. So this is where the warehouse demographic starts and all its columns. So it's not combining the columns together, it's just putting them side by side, joining them basically, but not as one output. And as you can see, the warehouse demographic starts from 1013 all the way down to 1036. So that's all the information in the warehouse demographics, and that's how you combine both of them, by joining them using a join. But let's look at these two real quick, as the demographics and the warehouse. And as you can see, both of them have the same number of columns which I was talking about and the same kind of data type. So ID, which is an integer, first name, last name, which is a string, and age is an integer, and gender, which is a string. So it makes it perfect for what we are about to do now. So all I just need to say is union mistake. So union, and let's see what our output will give us. So and from this output, we can see that the two tables, it's not coming on the left and the right side, but it's actually coming as one total output. The number of rows were actually similar to each other. That is, the demographics, employee demographics column rather, were actually similar to each other on the warehouse demographics also. So what it just did was just to populate the ID of the warehouse, the first name of the warehouse, last name, age, and gender. Now if you notice from our output before, we have field job, which was appearing twice, 1013, both on the demographics table and the warehouse demographics table. But in the union, this kind of statement actually combines or groups every duplicate it can find into one. So the only way to make field job to appear twice is to use what we call a union all. So a union all is just basically just like a full outer join. It's going to bring everything regardless of if there's a duplicate or not. And from here we can see that the row 12 and 13 is having the same ID, same first name, last name, same age, and the same gender. That is why it was able to group them by. Alright, so we can also do some some other things like combining. We're talking about the warehouse demographics. We can also talk about the employee salary, and the only way we can combine this, like I said, the columns must be the same. So let's just remove this first of all and see what our output is. So we're saying select everything from both sides, salary, and now if you notice, demographics has more columns than the salary table. Salary just has 3 columns. So the first one is an integer, second one is a string, and then the third one is an integer. So from our demographics table, we know that okay, the employee ID is an integer also, first name is a string, and the age also. So let's try to combine them let's try to union them by that. So let's say employee ID, and let's say first name, and then let's say age. Alright, let's come down here and have the same employee ID, job title, now you show up, and then salary. Alright, so let's put a union. So this is our output, and as you can see very clearly, we are having the first name, we're having the employee ID, first name, and age, basically because we're starting, or the select statement is starting from the employee demographics. Alright, looking at our information, let's leave these null values. We have from row 3, 1001, 1001 for row 4. So Peter, of course, is the first name, but if you look at the second output, it's actually a salesman. So you will know that this is coming from the salary table. And then if you look at the age, you get to see that the age is 31, and then of course age can't be 47,000 naira. It's not possible. No one has ever reached even 1,000 years on this earth, so that should be the salary. And if you look at the second one also, 1002, we have John. 1002, we have the receptionist, 30 years of age and 36,000 naira as the salary. Well, that's basically how you do a union and a union all. If this video has been really helpful to you, please do well to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and share to your friends, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.